village of Morrowsend was a tranquil place, nestled between the undulating hills and dense woods, but its serenity masked a dark secret that lurked beneath. In the heart of the village stood an ancient well, once a source of fresh water, but now sealed and forbidden. Whispered tales spoke of its cursed past, where villagers who drew water after sundown never saw the light of day again. Over time, a series of inexplicable disappearances plagued Morrowsend. Children, travelers, even livestock vanished without a trace, and fearful murmurs linked them to the well's insatiable thirst. Late one evening, a stranger, drawn by the allure of the legends, approached the well. Ignoring the warnings etched onto its stone, he peered into its dark abyss, only to be greeted by a pair of malevolent eyes staring back. As the moon reached its zenith, a chilling breeze swept through, carrying with it the tormented cries of the lost souls, echoing from the depths of the well. With the stranger's intrusion, the well's curse awakened with renewed vigor. The ground trembled, and a dense fog enveloped Morrowsend, signaling the beginning of a long and harrowing night. From the well's abyss, a shadowy figure emerged, its form constantly shifting, an amalgamation of all those it had consumed. Its wails filled the air, a blend of anguish and rage. The stranger, paralyzed by fear, could only watch as the entity approached, its intent clear. The legends were true. The well did not just thirst for water, but for souls to satiate its endless hunger. Villagers, sensing the impending doom, barricaded themselves, chanting ancient verses passed down generations, hoping to ward off the malevolent force. Yet amidst the chaos, a ray of hope shone. An old crone, known to possess knowledge of the arcane, stepped forth, vowing to confront the entity and end Morrowsend's curse once and for all. The old crone, known as Mirella, began drawing intricate symbols around the cursed well, each glowing with a soft, ethereal light. The air grew thick with tension, as an otherworldly energy emanated from the ground. As the symbols connected, they formed a barrier trapping the shadowy entity, which thrashed and wailed, its cries echoing across the village, desperate to break free. Mirella, with her vast knowledge of ancient rituals, began chanting verses, her voice resonating with power. The wind howled in response, and the very fabric of reality seemed to ripple and warp. Villagers gathered, holding hands in a united circle around the well, their collective will strengthening Mirella's incantation. The shadowy figure, now weakened, began to fragment, its form dissolving into the ether. As dawn approached, a deafening silence fell upon Morrowsend. The entity had been banished, and the well's curse was broken, but at a great cost. Mirella, having expended her life force, lay motionless beside the well, her sacrifice ensuring the village's safety. Morrowsend, once filled with dread, slowly awakened to a new dawn. The once cursed well now stood silent, its dark waters no longer thirsting for the souls of the innocent. Children played around its rim, their laughter echoing a sense of hope and renewal. The villagers, though relieved, mourned the loss of Mirella, erecting a monument in her honor beside the well. As days turned into nights and nights into days, tales of Mirella's bravery spread far and wide. Travelers and pilgrims from distant lands visited Morrowsend, paying their respects to the brave crone who had saved an entire village. Yet, beneath the calm, a few elders whispered of a prophecy, hinting that the well's curse was merely dormant, not broken. They believed that once every century, on a moonless night, the well would once again awaken, seeking to quench its insatiable thirst. For now, peace reigned in Morrowsend, but the shadow of the prophecy loomed large, ensuring that the tale of the dark waters, well of the damned, would never be forgotten. Years turned into decades, and the events of that fateful night became legends, passed down through generations. The monument of Mirella stood as a testament to her sacrifice, drawing visitors from all corners. However, as the century's end approached, strange occurrences began to plague Morrowsend. Livestock disappeared, crops withered, and the nights grew longer, casting a shadow of unease among the villagers. The prophecy the elders had spoken of seemed to be coming to fruition. On a moonless night, the waters of the well began to churn, emitting a low, haunting hum that resonated throughout Morrowsend. Determined not to fall victim to the curse again, the villagers, armed with knowledge from ancient texts, gathered around the well. Led by a descendant of Mirella, they chanted incantations aiming to seal the well's malevolence forever. As the first light of dawn broke, a powerful gust of wind swept through the village, and an ethereal silence followed. The well's curse had been vanquished once more, but the legends of Morrowsend and the dark waters, well of the damned, would forever echo in the annals of history.